Hello, Cancer gang, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. I hope you all are well. It's been a minute. I unfortunately had to take like a month off unexpectedly. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm back. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Let's get into your tarot reading. This will be a general message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Please come into the reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to learn something to better yourself. If the material that comes through doesn't resonate with you, feel free to push it aside. But be open to the fact that it may actually resonate with you at a later date. That does sometimes happen in tarot. You're accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Other than that, let's try and have some fun and get you some helpful, insightful messages. It is Capricorn season, so that means any planets that you all have in Cancer, you know, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, whatever, they're being challenged, right, with that opposition of planets moving through Capricorn. So if you're struggling, if it's not your month, you're not alone. And this is specifically for, well, I shouldn't say that. For Cancer rising especially, there's going to be, you know, is and will be challenges in any terms of, or in terms of long-term partnerships, contracts, romantic relationships, but it's not all bad. I want to clarify that because tension, right, and opposition is essentially what forces us to make much needed changes. So all I'm trying to say is hang in there, boo. We're in it together. All right, Cancer, let's do it. Cancer, messages for Cancer. Ooh, the Five of Swords. All right. So you may actually be feeling kind of spiteful, or seeking revenge, or thinking about it, or I don't know, spending time thinking about something from the past or someone who did you dirty, someone who did you wrong, or you feel like they betrayed your trust. You may have recently found out through like social media or word of mouth that, I don't know, it almost has like an X-type vibe to it, like that thing they told you wasn't actually true and you found out through the grapevine. I don't love the energy, I'll be honest, but I'm here to help you, not judge you. So let me tell you a little bit more and see if we can get onto a happier message. So for my Cancers who resonate with this might involve a Scorpio. It doesn't have to. It might involve a Pisces, an Aquarius. There's something like, I'm getting something about a mismatch. I don't even know what that means, but okay, here's what I'm getting. And obviously you won't all resonate with this, so if it's not your message, you know, click forward. I'll get onto some new stuff. But if this does make sense to any of you, there's a reason why you shouldn't strike or provoke, because it's not going to end well for you. And I mean, that's just common sense / kind of good advice anyway, right? Retaliation, typically, obviously there's different circumstances out there, but typically it's not winning you anything in the long term. It's not good karma. Like, ultimately, I think this is a test from the universe to see if something that happened in the past still triggers you. And the whole reasoning behind it is to get you to be futuristic, to be forward thinking, not get hung up and caught up about storylines or narratives of the past that once probably held great importance in your life or really dictated your path forward. With the Death card, to me it's saying this has already ended, but it's possible, especially with Venus and Mercury in retrograde, which is all happening in the next couple weeks. You may get news or information about something that already transpired, but it's like there's more information that comes to the surface. You know, death, Pluto energy, it's sort of there's like a rebirth of new information and you feel some type of way about it. I'm getting the idea like you're wanting to pounce on this person or to kind of tear them a new one. But this person is either very tricky or they've so moved on from that it would be out of place for you to reach back with like I don't know. I just sort of get that. I hope this makes sense to some of you. Ultimately, you know, obviously I'm reading with Disney Tarot here, Disney Villains Tarot. It's silly, yes, but the message still stands. This cat's about to pounce on this guy, and like what's below him is just like an ocean of water, right? That's not going to go well. What the F, sorry, I was going to swear. What the F is that cat going to do when he's like stuck in the ocean and there's no lifeboat there? Like, do you understand what I mean? This is a really good lesson for some of you out there to learn to control your emotions and to not necessarily act on your emotional truths. It's not that your feelings are not valid. Your feelings are valid, but by all means, process them. Don't impulsively act on them, because I don't know, something with like kind of Neptune energy I'm getting here. it's blurry. There's a lack of clarity, or there was a lack of clarity. And even if there's more information and truth that gets revealed, for some reason, Cancer, I'm just wanting to say to you, it really doesn't matter for you in the long run, because you kind of already know this person's game and this person's story. For a lot of you, it's confirming something with actual truth that intuitively you already knew and felt anyway. So, congratulations, your intuition was on point, but it's no reason to dig up the past, especially if it comes from a hurt, sort of spiteful, revengeful, you know what I'm saying. All right, we're going to pull one more card and move on. That message is really important, though, I can tell. So for some of you, I hope I know it sucks to hear, but I hope it helps you in the long run, because that's what I'm here to do. The Six of Wands and the Ten. There may have been competition for this person's time and affection. Some of you felt used, like this person used you for your looks, or I'm almost getting the idea of like I'm hearing like trophy wife. I know that's like a dumb way of putting it, but it's almost like, whether it was romantic or even like a business connection, you felt used. It's like they brought you on board to make a quota or to meet some sort of, I don't know, to check the box, whatever that means. And then when they didn't need you anymore, it's like poof, they up and left. And some of you were just like, are you kidding me? Like, I trusted you, I invested time in you. For some of you, I invested emotions and my heart and my love in you. There was a superficiality about this. That's very important. Something looked good on paper, or something looked good in, I take that back, not that expression. Something looked good, the concept, the idea of it, but in practice it was a bad fit, and there was a lack of truth or clarity about it. And for some of you, you realize that this person benefited from this misdoing that you were involved with in the past. It could have been cutthroat competition at work, and you realized that somebody was like sleeping with the boss, or do you understand what I mean? There was something where this person like put on a show and it was false, and you were under the pretense that it was good and valid and correct, or there was something of significance to it. And when you found out there wasn't, it's like the rug got pulled out from under you. But for some reason, you guys are still bitter because this person either made money off of what happened, or you view them as ending up in a superior position, like, they got the man, or they got the job, or, and I don't mean to make it a gender thing, but it's like they got the person that you were crushing on, not you, or, I don't know, guys. Like I said, and I don't mean this as a personal attack against any of you, it's a little bit low vibe energy. So if this is your story, if this is making sense, if you recognize what this is, don't engage any further. Just simply acknowledge that this is a life lesson. And essentially, you are being tested to make sure that you don't pop off just based on sort of these swells of emotions that are coming in. Use that energy into something productive. If you're an artist, create art. If you're a writer, write something. Or use this as a powerful reminder of being more discerning on who you let into your life, or who you let into your heart, how much you share. And honestly, Cancer, what this feels like is not always putting everybody else first. It feels like you may have in good faith agreed to help out a friend or a coworker, and then maybe again they like played you dirty, or they did something that was just not in your best interest, and so you feel like you sort of got smacked in the face because of it. That's what this is. I'm repeating myself. That's what the storyline is. So let's get you another message. I'm just going to wrap it up with a shadow card because it just feels appropriate. Let's see. Envy. Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' success. You truly are good enough. So some of you just need to hear that. I hope you can see with the lighting. We'll do this one, and then I promise, new story. And then demanding. When displayed, you are most likely making the other person feel inferior. Check your anxiety and depression. I hope I didn't botch that too much. All right. New story. I'm going to put these cards away. I'm sending good vibes out to all of you who went through that. It doesn't seem like a happy situation, but you made it through. You're here, you're showing up, and you're wanting to get some helpful messages. So let's do that. Let's do that for you, for my Cancer gang. Let's connect to a new gang of Cancers, or new situations, new energy. What else does Cancer need to hear this week that would be helpful, that would be supportive? something maybe they don't see coming that would be exciting, or what can I tell them? Positive vibration, universe. What does Cancer need to hear right now? What does Cancer need to hear right now? Let's see. The Knight of Wands. Full steam ahead. You're charging forward with passion and enthusiasm. Something or someone with a cat. I don't know if it's a romantic prospect or a friend. I don't know why that came through. All right, interesting. So this almost seems like the opposite message of what I just told you. My deck's upside down. Let's see. You are revisiting something from the past. Let me get you more clarity on what that is. It might be a romantic connection, something that was very sexual, to be honest. Of course, that won't be for all of you, but for some of you, you might be revisiting a connection that there was a very strong sexual desire. Whether or not you guys acted on it, I'm not sure, but if this makes sense, there could be something coming back around where it actually becomes a much more physical relationship. But it either got put on pause or delayed, and possibly for years or months, right? But yeah, to me, the Death card in reverse is something is reviving itself. And I'll be honest, I actually really like this Death card. I think it's silly, but you know me. Like that's just my style of cards, but I like it. It actually feels very pure and reviving. There's something very warm about this Death card, which I know sounds like a contradiction in itself, but could be with a Pisces, a Scorpio, maybe a Sag. What's going on here? What is with this Lion? I keep getting this idea like, but you're being warned against it? I don't know. Six of Swords. Okay, proceed with caution. I think that's what this is saying. Some of you, I shouldn't say some of you, most of you are going to move ahead on this because at minimum, you're going to have more clarity on the past, on something that you were a little bit hung up on. And for most of you, I don't think it ended in a disastrous way by any means. So far, the cards right now are okay. But I don't know, why are you being asked to tiptoe or proceed with caution? Are you seeing someone else? I don't know what this is. It's not saying don't, but it's saying be careful. And I'm not sure. Is it because maybe it was a really difficult breakup for some of you? What's going on here? Knight of Swords. So messages and communication. Okay, so whatever you believe in is a higher power, a system of the divine, right? They're sending you messages about this, or they're trying to tap into your internal guidance system, your intuition, to help guide you, because this could be a tricky or a treacherous I don't know how to say it, chapter or adventure, but the Knight of Wands, though, is very brave. He's very adventurous. So if anyone can do it, it's the Knight of Wands. So I think that's you, Cancer, but hold on, this is actually similar to Pisces reading. They had two knights coming at each other, but ironically, I think they had the two other ones. I don't know, it doesn't matter. You have strong Gemini and Sagittarius energy with these knights, but it could be just fire and air, which again, in theory, could be a really nice combination. What is this person trying to say? What is this Knight of Swords relaying and delivering? Five of Swords. This person may have acted in a way that was not very professional, kind. Gosh, this seems like a repeat message, which I don't love. I try really hard not to do that, but hold on. Let me see if I can get more. Seven of Swords. And so this person doesn't trust them anymore. Because, yeah, this person definitely took the brunt of whatever happened. And even if this was a breakup that wasn't messy and, cheaty and, like nasty stuff, if it was just like a mutual split or, sort of something out of your control, maybe distance came into it, this person had a much more difficult time transitioning out of it or getting over the breakup of the relationship. Again, maybe it was a job if there was a firing or a furlough or something. So you're moving forward, but it has to do with something that happened in the past. What is this? Oh, that flew right out. You have other options coming through. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Because I don't dislike the main cards that came through. Clearly there's something from the past that needs to be addressed. Some of you will choose to address it internally and not engage with this person anymore. Others of you, there's actually a chance to mend and repair this relationship. With the Six of Swords, you can move on with some sort of mental clarity, and swords do frequently indicate, a discussion. With that, I think the Death card in reverse is saying if you are going to reconnect with this person, again, whether it's family, friends, romantic, etc., you really do have to hit reset. This is a completely clean slate, and for some of you, I don't think you're going to be able to do that because there's always going to be bad feelings. There's always going to be trust issues because this person broke your trust, or I don't know. So I think that's why the universe is saying proceed with caution. It's not that you can, it's just that for some of you, and this is very Cancerian by nature, holding on to emotions, and I would say this to all my water signs too, right? You might still hold on to the memory of what happened, and so that will ultimately affect the way you interact with this person in the future. Try as you might to let it go. I don't know. For some of you, I see you happier with another option. But it will require you to be a little bit more patient because this one seems to be coming in first. And maybe it is similar to the last message. Maybe it is a test. Maybe it is a test to see, look how far you've come. Do you really want to go back to this? Some of you, I'm telling you flat out, you can go back to this. Is it the best choice for you? Does it respect you? Does it respect your heart, your value, your integrity? Only you know the answer to that. King of Cups. I'll be honest, I think this is saying wait for the better offer. The mere fact that it's showing up in a water suit and it's a king, whether this is you or not, this feels very high vibe to me. Versus the Knight, that's what I mean. There's a conversation or something is happening and these people are exploring their avenue, their options, their road into the future together. For some of you, you're going to choose to reject it or, pass on it, say no thank you, or to not even reply to the text. And I think for a lot of you, you're going to be happier with some other new option because it's bigger, it's better, it's more heartfelt, it's more mature. I think you're turning your back on being someone's option. What's in this cup? What is this King of Cups offering? And for some of you, you're just practicing better boundaries and self-respect, and that's awesome, right? This doesn't have to be romantic. Some of you, you've kind of stepped into a new version of yourself, and it's big. It's really big, so congratulate yourself for that. Teamwork, yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. You might be connecting with someone who really lends a helping hand, or they make you feel supported in some way. And you may actually be introduced to a new social circle. So maybe this is new coworkers or new friends, or being introduced to the family of a new, dating partner. One more. Ace of Wands, and it's about to get sexy. It's magic. I like this one. There's a lot of potential here. This is probably a new connection. I don't know. When I sort of look at the difference, I didn't mind this until we started getting into the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords energy, because no matter what this is, you both have a lot of, I'm just going to say it, I don't mean to offend, you both have a lot of baggage because of what happened, what transpired, some sort of ending between you guys. Someone reaches out to make the step to bridge the gap, to try and fix it and heal it. I think the person, I'm not choosing sides. However, this person, possibly an air sign, doesn't have to be, they don't seem to be as remorseful as I think this person would have hoped. Like, this person has severe trust issues because of what happened. And again, this person is accountable and responsible for doing their own healing work. They can't play the victim, right? We don't do that shit here on my channel. However, I think this person is the one reaching out to try and make amends, but I think the universe is saying, really examine this closely. Like, try and it's not fun to revisit this memory, I can tell, but take yourself back and really look at the details of where did this person let you down and how would you have done it differently? And where, if possible, can you ensure that it doesn't happen again the way it did? For some of you, it's not possible because they lost your trust. They lost your respect. This just looks much better and cleaner and nicer to me. And it's no reason to avoid this because I think you're going to learn a tremendous amount by revisiting this again, whether it's just internally, spiritually, kind of decluttering your energy, or actually having it out with this person and saying what needed to be said after all these months or years. Whatever, however you choose to resolve this, it does get much better. And if you're deciding between a past connection and a new one, For most of you, I think this is new-ish. Maybe it's never been romantic. Maybe it's never been in contract that you work for this person. I like this one much better, and there's a much more friendly, social, family dynamic to it. More social connections, more friends. It's lighthearted, it's passionate, it's possibly creative. It will require some hard work, but I think it's work that you will enjoy because there's a very strong emotional connection here. With this, it feels like a weight has been lifted. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. Thanks for your patience. I'm super happy to be back, so I hope you got something out of this reading. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Cancers.